Welcome back to Ride and Learn with Isang. Today, we're diving into another 10 quirky Filipino traditions you might have encountered growing up. And these traditions were a big part of everyday life in the Philippines, making childhoods special with a mix of culture, fun, and sometimes a bit of magic. Well, growing up as a child, these traditions were not just stories or occasional practices. They were part of my daily life. And they're still fresh in my memory. Yeah. And I think some of these traditions are still alive and well today. So let's dive in and see how many of these traditions you might recognize or even practice yourself. First up, let's talk about a New Year's Eve practice that's all about leaping into the future, literally. Well, in the Philippines, as the clock strikes midnight and fireworks light up the sky, families and friends don't just cheer and celebrate. They jump as high as they can. Because this practice is rooted in the belief that jumping high at the stroke of midnight will help you grow taller, most especially for the kids, and bring good luck for the year ahead. Imagine the scene from like everyone, from little kids to grandparents bouncing around with excitement and hope. Well, the air is filled with laughter and cheers, adding a burst of energy to the New Year's festivities. Well, I personally took part in this practice when I was in elementary school, and it's a memory I cherish. How about you? Have you ever joined in this high flying celebration? Next, let's talk about the walisting thing.
A coconut broom that's much more than just for cleaning.
Well, in many Filipino homes, the walisting thing also serves as a tool for discipline. Well, it's not meant to hurt, but just saying it can make you strengthen up quickly.
The walisting thing is made from thin coconut sticks tied together.
And it's great for sweeping up dust and dirt, especially on traditional floors. But it also helps remind kids to behave and do their chores. Think of it as a handy tool that keeps the house clean and encourages good behavior. Well, I know this very well because as a naughty kid, I often found myself facing the walisting thing at home, and it's very scary before. Well, ever heard of the Chinelas? Well, these slippers are not just for comfort. They're also a symbol of authority and discipline in Filipino households. While they may seem like ordinary footwear, chinelas carry a special place in Filipino culture. You know why? Because they're often used by parents to correct misbehavior with a gentle tap or even just a mention, serving as a light-hearted yet effective tool for instilling discipline. Well, the chinelas represents more than just a way to keep your feet comfortable. It embodies the blend of practicality and parental power that hallmark of Filipino family life. Well, it's just like the walisting thing that I mentioned earlier, another traditional tool used for both cleaning and discipline. Well, both chinelas and walisting thing highlight the balance between affection and discipline, making them integral parts of many childhood memories and family dynamics in the Philippines. Now, let's explore the heartwarming tradition of Monop. This simple yet profound gesture involves taking an elder's hand and press it to your forehead as a sign of respect. Well, it's a beautiful way to connect with family and honor your elders. What might feel awkward at first soon becomes a cherished part of your interactions, deepening the bonds of family with every Monop. Well, this gesture carries the warmth of Filipino culture and respect. Well, until now, people still practice this tradition, and I hope the younger generation will continue to embrace and remember it. Now let's talk about the childhood games that might make you smile or remember it. For example, spider showdowns. Filipino kids used to catch spiders, put them in matchboxes, and have them battle on sticks. And it was creative and exciting way to play. We also have classic Filipino games like Patintero, where we try to cross a grid without getting tagged. Luksong Tinek, where we jump over increasing heights of sticks or fingers like this, when we do like this. And Tumbang Preso, where we knock down a can with a sleeper, and then we need to run and retrieve the sleeper without being tagged. Sipa, which involved keeping a small ball or washer off the ground with our feet. Well, these games were more than just play. They were cherished ways to bond and have fun with friends or acquaintances. Well, I still remember playing these games with my childhood friends, and the memories are still fresh in my mind. And I hope these Pinoy games continue to be played and are not forgotten, keeping the spirit of our childhood alive. Am I right? Now, let's explore some Filipino superstitions that bring a touch of magic to daily routines. For instance, sweeping the floor at night is thought to sweep away good luck, so it's best to avoid doing it after dark. Cutting your nails in the evening is also believed to bring bad luck, so many people wait until morning. And you'll often hear these superstitions from older folks, and sometimes even from people my age, as these beliefs are passed down through generations. Yes. So these quirky beliefs make even the simplest tasks a bit more interesting and fun. So they mix cultural traditions with a bit of personal charm, making everyday life feel just a little more magical, I think. So how about you? Do you remember believing in any of these superstitions? Let me ask you, have you ever heard of the Pug Ritual? In Filipino culture, after going to a wake or funeral, people don't go straight home. Instead, they might stop by a store or take a walk before heading home, because this helps to shake off any lingering spirits they might have picked up. The word pagpag means to brush off, showing that this practice is meant to clear away any spiritual traces. And it's a way to show respect for the dead while also protecting oneself from any negative energy. And this tradition is a unique part of Filipino culture, showing how beliefs and everyday actions come together. And now let's talk about me popping grandma remedies. Well, my Lola's home remedies were a mix of strange and smart. For example, she used Vicks Vapor Rub for everything like sore throats, insect bites, you name it. It seemed like this stuff could fix almost anything. Well, another unique remedy was using tuba-tuba leaves for knee pain, I think, even though it sounds unusual. But these leaves were a common part of Filipino home medicine and often worked well. It's kind of funny that as we grow older, remedies like Vicks and efficacent oil become so helpful. And they're now must-haves in our bags when we go anywhere. Like literally, yes. And these remedies might seem odd, but
they show how creative and effective traditional Filipino medicines can be. Simple solutions can sometimes work wonders, right? Now, step into the world of anting-anting. Filipino magical amulets believed to grant special powers like invincibility or healing. So these amulets are surrounded by mystery and stories, with tales of regular people gaining amazing abilities. Anting-anting are usually made from materials like wood, metal, or stone and are often marked with special symbols or prayers. And they hold deep cultural and spiritual meaning in Filipino traditions. Many believe that having an anting-anting can protect them or bring good fortune. Like the charm of anting-anting lies in their blend of myth and reality, showing how belief and tradition continue to influence daily life. Well, I don't remember if I believed in this when I was a kid. But honestly, I don't believe in this kind of thing now. However, I still respect those who do believe in anting-anting and the role it plays in their lives. Finally, let's talk about taho, a popular Filipino street food made from warm, silky tofu, sweet syrup, and chewy sagu pearls. Vendors walk around calling out, "Taho! Taho!" It was in a catchy tune, and this sound quickly becomes a comforting part of the neighborhood. And I still remember when I was a kid, every time I heard the vendor shouting, "Taho!" I would rush to the window, call out to him. I will also shout, "Taho!" and then ask my parents for 5 pesos. Well, back then, it was quite affordable. And then, I'm going to run to the vendor, pay for my taho, and savor every delicious spoonful. And it's my favorite back then. And every cup of taho is more than just a tasty treat. It's a warm reminder of community and the joy of street food because it brings people together and adds a touch of happiness to the day. Well, how about you? Have you ever had the experience of shouting taho when you wanted to buy it? Thanks for joining me on this nostalgic journey through 10 quirky Filipino traditions you might have encountered growing up. I hope this brought some fond memories or introduced you to something new and fascinating about Filipino culture. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Write and Learn with Isang for more exciting content. Let me know in the comments which tradition you remember the most, or if there's another unique custom you'd like to hear about. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and I'll see you in my next video.